Hello students, today we will learn the concept class 10 quadratic equation. So in the chapter quadratic equation, what are the things we are going to learn? First one, we will study about the standard form of a quadratic equation. Standard form of a quadratic equation, and then methods of solving a quadratic equation. Then we have nature of roots. So these are the important concepts we will see in this chapter, quadratic equation. So you have already studied in the chapter polynomial about the quadratic polynomial. So you know what is a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial of degree 2 is called a quadratic polynomial, and the general form of a quadratic polynomial is ax square plus bx plus c. So now the same only quadratic equation, the standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0. Since it is an equation equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. This is the standard form of a quadratic equation. So standard form of a quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, where a not equal to 0. Now we will see what is the solution of a quadratic equation. What is the solution of a quadratic equation? For that, first we will consider a quadratic equation 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. We will consider this quadratic equation 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So if you substitute x is equal to 1, if you substitute x equal to 1 in this quadratic equation, then we will get the LHS is equal to 2 into 1 square minus 3 into 1 plus 1. That is 2 minus 3 plus 1, which is equal to 0. This is our RHS. So this value of x, that is the value of x satisfies the equation, this equation. Then we can call this value as the solution of the quadratic equation. So here x equal to 1 is a solution of the quadratic equation. So any value of x, suppose x is equal to alpha, satisfies a quadratic equation, then we will call this alpha as the solution of the quadratic equation. In chapter polynomial chapter, we have studied about the zeros. So the zeros of a quadratic polynomial and the roots of the quadratic equation are same only. Now we will see what are the methods of finding the solution of a quadratic equation. We will see the methods of finding the solution of a quadratic equation. So first one, we have three methods we have for finding the solution of a quadratic equation. First method is factorization method. First method is factorization, and the second method is completing the square. Second method is completing the square, and the third method is using quadratic formula. So quadratic formula method. So these are the three methods for finding the solution of a quadratic equation. Now we will see one by one in detail. So we will see the first method, factorization, or we can call as splitting the middle term. So splitting the middle term, this method we have already studied in the chapter polynomial. So we will consider the example, the same example, 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0. So how we are going to factorize this quadratic equation? So first, you know, we have to multiply, since the coefficient of x square is not 1, we have to multiply this number and the constant. So the product should be 2. Product should be 2, and sum is minus 3. So you have to find two numbers whose product is 2 and sum is minus 3. So what are the numbers whose product is 2 and sum is minus 3? You have to find the two numbers. So minus 2 and minus 1. When you multiply these two numbers, we will get product as plus 2. And when you add these two numbers, you will get a sum as minus 3. So product are plus 2 and sum is minus 3. The numbers are minus 2 and minus 1. Now after finding these numbers, you have to split the middle term using these two numbers. So we will rewrite this equation as 2x square minus 2x minus 1x plus 1 equal to 0. Now from the first two terms we can take 2x common. So we will get x minus 1. The same way the next two terms we can take minus 1 outside. So you will get x minus 1 equal to 0. Now this x minus 1 is the common term factor of these two terms. So x minus 1 we will take outside. So we will get the factors of this quadratic equation as x minus 1 into 2x minus 1. Now if you equate each factor to 0, you will get the solution of the quadratic equation. First we will equate the first factor to 0, that is x minus 1 equal to 0, which implies x is equal to 1. Now we will equate the second factor, that is 2x minus 1 is equal to 0. So we will get 2x is equal to 1. So x is equal to 1 by 2. Therefore the roots of the quadratic equation are 1 comma 1 by 2. So this is how we have to find the roots of a quadratic equation using the method factorization. Now we will see the second method, completing square method. We will see now the same question. We will see how to find the solution using completing square. So for this first step you have to make the coefficient of x square as 1. So first step, here we have the coefficient as 2, x square as 2. So we will divide the equation throughout by 2 so that we will get the coefficient of x square as 1. So x square minus 3 by 2x plus 1 by 2 equal to 0. So this is the first step. First step you have to make the coefficient of x square as 1. Next step you have to take the constant term to the right side. So x square minus 3 by 2x is equal to minus 1 by 2. This is the second step. Third step, actually completing square method, we have to make a square in the left side. For that, what we have to add? We have to add a term that is half of coefficient of x, that's square. So this term you have to add both LHS and RHS. So we have to add this term. This is third step. We have to add square of half of coefficient of x both the sides of the equation. So here if you see the coefficient of x is 3 by 2. So 3 by 2's half. It's a square. So we have to add 3 by 4 the whole square on either side of the equation. So we will add 3 by 4 the whole square equal to minus 1 by 2 plus 3 by 4 the whole square. Now if you see this left side, it is nothing but x square. We will rewrite this as x square minus 2 into this 3 by 2 we can write as this 3 by 2 we can write as 2 into 3 by 4. 3 by 4 into x plus 3 by 4 the whole square is equal to minus 1 by 2 plus this we will square. So 9 by 16. So if you see the left side, this is of the form x square minus 2ab plus b square or a square minus 2ab plus b square. This is actually the expansion of a minus b the whole square. So we can write this as x minus, since we have a middle sign is minus, we will write here minus. So x minus 3 by 4 the whole square is equal to, we will simplify the right side using LCM. So when we take 16 as LCM, here we will get minus 8 plus 9. So what we will get when you simplify this left side, you have x minus 3 by 4 the whole square, which is equal to 1 by 16. So this 1 by 16 we can write as 1 by 4 the whole square. We can write this 1 by 16 as 1 by 4 the whole square. So you have to express both the left side and right side as the square of a term. Now we will take square root on both the sides. Taking square root on both the sides, so we will get x minus 3 by 4 is equal to square root of 1 by 4 the whole square, that is plus or minus 1 by 4. Now you take plus value 1 by 4 and you simplify x by x is equal to 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, that is 4 by 4 is equal to 1. We got one root, and for getting the other root you take a minus value. So x minus 3 by 4 is equal to minus 1 by 4. So x is equal to minus 1 by 4 plus 3 by 4, that is equal to 2 by 4, which is nothing but 1 by 2. So the rules of the quadratic equation 2x square minus 3x plus 1 equal to 0 are 1 and 1 by 2. So this is the method, completing square method. Next we will see the third method, that is using quadratic formula. So the third method is using quadratic formula. So we will consider the same equation. So first you should know the quadratic formula. What is the formula for finding the roots of the quadratic equation? So the formula is x is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2bc. This is the formula. X is equal to minus b plus or minus root of b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now, what is a, b, c? A is nothing but the coefficient of x square is a. B is coefficient of x with the sign you have to write. C is the constant term. So, first step is you have to write a, b and c value from the given quadratic equation. Now, you have to simply substitute these values in the formula for getting the roots. So, we will substitute minus b. So, minus of minus 3 plus or minus root of b square, that is minus 3 the whole square, minus 4 into a is 2 into c is 1 divided by 2 into a is 2. So we will simplify this. Minus of minus is plus 3 root of, we will simplify here, 9 minus 8. 9 minus 8 is root 1 divided by 4. Now we will take 3 plus or minus 1 by 4. Now we will consider two cases. First case 3 plus 1 by 4, and when you simplify 4 by 4, so you will get 1 as one of the root, and the next case is 3 minus 1 by 4, that is 2 by 4, which is equal to 1 by 2. So the roots of this quadratic equation we got 1 and 1 by 2. This is the third method using quadratic formula, and this formula you should by heart. X is equal to minus b plus or minus b square minus 4ac divided by 2a. Now we will move on to the next concept in this chapter, nature of root. How can you find out the nature of root without finding the roots? So for that we will consider this expression b square minus, we need to calculate only b square minus 4ac value. Based on this value, we can say the nature of root. So this value is called the discriminant. This value is called a discriminant of a quadratic equation. So b square minus 4ac value you have to find out. Then the first case, if b square minus 4ac is greater than 0, you will get a distinct real roots. You will get two distinct real roots. Second case, if b square minus 4ac value equal to 0, then you will get equal roots, equal real roots. You will get equal real roots. Third case, if b square minus 4ac value less than 0, you will not get a real root, no real roots. In that case, you cannot find out the real roots as answer. So these are the three cases. So based on b square minus 4ac value, we can say about the nature of root. B square minus 4ac greater than 0, then you will get distinct real root. If it is equal to 0, you will get equal real roots. If it is less than 0, then in that case no real roots. So thank you, students.